The most nerve-wracking I can only imagine. Unfortunately, I've never had that opportunity.
You tell me you can't sing?
No, unfortunately, I've never been asked to do that. No, Alicia's a fantastic singer. She's done it for quite a few of our grand finals.
Does she ever?
And that's about as nerve-wracking as you get on the live stream. Obviously, thousands of people watching across Victoria.
It's about to be a lockout. Gil's here.
Yes, Gil has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Gil's here, but she does a magnificent job, and she's an absolute superstar of the Amos competition. Before we knuckle down into the first bounce, boys, I'll go to you first, Joshy. Just the leadership group from an AFL Vic Country point of view for people who are out there may not know who they are.
Yeah, so Adam Baird is the captain for this year. He's 9 interleague appearances back at Golden Square.
If you don't mind.
He's had a handful of appearances now in the Big V too. Won the medal for Vic Country last year in the Victoria for Vic Metro. Sam Dobson and Lockie Smith are the 2 vice captains as well. So and plenty of experience in those 3 as well. So they are the leadership group for Vic Country.
I noticed the conditions are probably going to suit what we would say, Nico, are the country boys. One of them out there, Nathan Horbury, number 7's got the long sleeves on today. Keep your eye on him. He's one to watch. From an AFL VAFA perspective, an AFL Vic Country perspective, from the AFL VAFA perspective, Nico, the leadership group for the Amos, please.
So Josh Fraser was appointed for the first time during the week from Old Melburnians. Josh obviously used to play VFL at Essendon and got a game in the NAB Challenge during the supplements saga. I know that Josh, you said before that Sam Michael was also getting a game during that. So he's been part of the Big V for a few years now. Josh, I remember talking to him when he was actually playing VFL at Essendon. He said, I just want to get back and play for Old Melburnians, but I want to wear the Big V. So this means so much to him to get the opportunity today. His assistants, Sam Critchley and Harry Hill. Critch, obviously a 2-time premiership player at St Kevin's Old Boys and used to be played quite a few years at Williamstown VFL. And Harry Hill, who I mentioned earlier, is an absolute bull at Old Brighton. GT Moore medalist a few years ago and captained them to a flag in Premier B 2 years ago.
Fantastic top 3 for each of them. Now, as you see, all the players making their way to the positions. So it's all important time to stick our necks on the line, boys. We need your tip, your margin, your best on ground. We'll go with Josh first to my left.
Yeah, I'm going the Vic Country. I think I said 3 points, did I not?
3 points?
3 points.
3
It was, and I went Adam Baird to win the medal.
Righto. Nico?
The VAFA to get up today by 2 goals in a tight one. I think Nick Wood from St Kevin's will be best on ground.
I was going to go for a draw, but you've told me that you cannot have a draw today, which means that we will have a winner. I'm tipping the Amos by 3 points, and one of my favourites from St Kevin's, Billy Kanakis, kick a few goals and be best player on the ground. But to get us underway in the big game, here's Josh Conway.
We're underway at IKON Park. Geez, neither ruckman. They've got Warman in the back there. Wiley couldn't get his handball clear. It'll be the VAFA with the first meaningful possession, and Wood kicks to half forward. Now Mattingley for Vic Country. Handball's a long way back. Sincotta. They're right on the paint of 50. Ryan went very short as the mark paid it is. Just trying to catch it is on the outer side. Can't quite see it at the moment. I'll go back to go forward. It's an ordinary kick, and it gives a great chance to the VAFA. High ball to the top of the goal square. Interesting selection in the end. Didn't go for home or pass off in the end. The ball spilled clear now. Sincotta goes by hand. Vic Country at half back trying to work it out. Green just paddles one and the ball will go out of play, 60 from home.
So missed opportunity there from Timmy Harper from the VAFA. Obviously stuck in 2 minds whether he should go for goal or set up at the top of the square. But interesting, Mark Wiley is obviously one of the big midfielders to watch for AFL Vic. Tom Fisher's gone to him. And Josh Green, who we know has kicked a lot of goals for Uni Blues, has started on a wing. So
the rucks go at it. That's for Rato and Sam Michael. In there at the bottom is Thompson. Josh Green's also there. Thompson burrows his way back in again. 2-3 set upon him. The umpire will have the footy. Also, we much mentioned the work of the umpires. Will Ross from AFL Barwon, Andrew Bowden from AFL Northeast Border, and Matty Oakley from the Amos gets this one back underway, but we're going to have a secondary stoppage in the same position. Any sort of positional changes, Nico, from an Amos perspective that you're a bit surprised at the moment?
Well, Sam Critchley has started forward, which is obviously a bit of a surprise. Elliot Grice has gone down back and probably taking that other key position role. But as I said, Green starting on a wing and Kanakis up forward. I imagine them switching throughout the day.
Pavlu sends it inside 50. Going across the front of the pack is the Country Boys. That's Nathan Cooper, one to watch today. Again, the pack forms, numbers with it. It's not going anywhere. The umpire will have a secondary stoppage. We've gone a couple of minutes. We've got no score. It's the Amos versus AFL Vic Country.
Just inside 50 for the VAFA. Taken out of the ruck, or tried to, from Harry Thompson. Couldn't quite get a meaningful disposal on it. They go to work at ground level. Have another repeat stoppage here.
Do you find, boys, these games are repeat stoppages? They're so contested?
Particularly early on until it opens up, obviously. There's a few nervous boys out there. As we've mentioned, it's a big day for everyone out there.
So the ball not going anywhere. We'll have it again. Repeat stoppage again. It's about the 5th one in about the last 60 seconds or so. Biamo's doing all the attacking the opening couple of minutes. Trying to come through. The handball went out the back. Cam O'Shea's down there burrowing in, picking it up, shot it back to Quinn, who sees it over the boundary line. We'll have another throw in.
They are usually contested games, aren't they? Just due to the nature of the players out there. They're usually contested animals in these sort of type of games.
The wind has certainly picked up the last couple of minutes to start the game. Coming through was Keogh, taken high by Josh Green. He'll get the free kick. And the first real chance for AFL Vic Country to go into attacking areas. Keogh looking down the line, wants someone to come at him. Rokar pointing, intercepted by Pavlu. Roving it was Quinn. He just got the handball, but Thompson got the intercept handball, and now he's set upon. Green goes after it. Rokar's got him. Cries of ball. It's going nowhere. The umpire will have this footy again.
And that's what I mean about the nerves early on, boys. Obviously, Zach Keogh, who's a fantastic player down at Marby, won their 2017 best and fairest. He's looked to go inboard at the top of the 50 for the VAFA there and just turned it over. So as he gets a bit more used to the game and everyone gets a little bit more into the game, you won't see those types of mistakes.
Ferrado was dominant in the ruck against Michael there, double palmed it down. And then Pavlu shovels it inside 50. Good fist came from Brad Ryan from Vic Country, but the VAFA emerged with it. Handball clear. Pavlu again, left foot snapping ball. It's just a bit narrow through for the first score of the afternoon, going the way of the VAFA.
And that's the 4th disposal. Yeah, 4th disposal for Pavlu so far. Josh, he started on fire, and we do know that he's been racking up a lot for Brighton this year, and he's averaging 32 in a win. So put it out there. If he has 30, there's a good chance the VAFA will be within it.
Turned over again. O'Shea gathered it, but then coughed it up. Keogh just tumbles one towards Thompson. Wanted the free kick. Nothing doing from the umpire. Ball at centre forward for the VAFA. Nice looking kick too to the hot spot. Just nicely done. Then the ball emerges with Quinn, who just couldn't quite control it cleanly. Ball comes out now in Vic Country with a bit of space, and Tudor emerges with it from half back. Kicks to centre wing. 2-on-1 contest in the VAFA's way. Good tackle by Ferrado. In fact, he coughs one up here for a high tackle going the way of Vic Country.
So they'll go inside the centre square. The ball with Adam Baird, the captain. He shot it to Keogh. They all 1-2. They combine. Here's Baird inside 50. Go AFL Vic Country. Keeping it low, taking the mark. That's Sam Michael, the ruckman, the former Bomber. We'll go back for the first shot of the day. Boys, I'm assuming that the wind is going against him the way we're sitting here today.
Yep.
It is. It is.
It's probably going to be a tough kick.
It's unfortunate for Ferraro to give that free kick away. Obviously, Michael's got free because of that, got inside 50, and he's got a very good chance to give him the lead.
So here's Sam Michael to kick the first goal of the afternoon. He's on the runway. He kept it low. It's not going to carry the packle form. Ferrado was down there, fisted it to the front. Roving it nicely was Manor. He turned around, tried to zigzag his way out of trouble. Here's Freezer, the captain. Got the handball on. They combine. Tom Paul just bangs it out of defence. Coming out to meet it is Harper. He went with the combined handball. Now it's on the wing. First out there to get there first. That's going to be Cam Tudor, who went backwards by hand. Now he can steady, get the kick to Brad Ryan, and Vic Country can settle.
Neat skills from Tudor to Ryan. Going by hand was Marnie, trying to get to the middle of the ground. They run themselves in a bit of trouble, though. The Country boys are outnumbered through the middle here. Cole was wrapped up, holding the footy, and they take the advantage quickly. Now Josh Green to the middle of IKON Park, just kicks for space. He'll hope for a good bounce, and he might get it. It's going. Just pitches on its end, on the teeth of goal. Country with the numbers. Horbury's one of them who takes the mark. Thinks about the handball to Roker, but now goes with it. Sorry, that wasn't Roker from half back, but it's nicely done by Baird, who plays on. He kept it just in, I think. Adam Baird takes a couple of bounces on centre wing. Kick in board wasn't his best. Had two on through the middle of the park. Coughed it up. Dobson applies some good pressure. Clean hands from Ross. High footy. Thumped clear by Michael, who started well. I'll have a throw in.
How good was that from Adam Baird, the four-time premiership player with Golden Square? I'd noticed in the notes, Joey, he won his last year's BNF by 37 votes.
In a canter.
That either says a lot about him or the comp, doesn't it?
In an absolute canter. He's the captain today for AFL Vic Country. Thrown back in. Ferrado and Michael. Michael one forward. Now the numbers will set on this pack at the bottom of it. The VAFA picking themselves up. Brett Marnie's in there. And last up is Kanakis. Ferrato won it down. Tried to get it into the path of Hamilton. They intercepted that. Now Hamilton's at ground level trying to pick it up. Get away from three of them. The ball, Gabe Hamilton, not going anywhere. On the wing, just the one behind so far through Nick Pavlu.
Due to VFL commitments, Gabe hasn't played for 4 years, but when he did last play in Bendigo, he kicked 4 goals through the midfield.
Here is Pavlu getting another kick, a clearance. Coming from behind was Harper. He couldn't get it. Now roving it. Vic Country can clear for the moment. Keogh's going to take the mark. He's also had a bit of it, boys, early. 4 or 5 disposals. Now he can stop and prop, look to see what's ahead of him. Keogh just pops it high to the wing. They'll fly. Contest, trying to rove it at ground level in there is Pat McKenna. He came out the back. The kick from Cam O'Shea back down the line and take a good strong mark down there is Cam Tudor.
Good grab by Tudor. His kick had to be neat enough, and it was to Lockie Smith, the vice-captain. Smith goes very short to Cole, who goes quickly by hand to Keogh. Doesn't really move from his last possession. Goes short, just coughed it up with a handball though. Pavlu, he started very well. Looks to chisel one, but poor ball goes back to Lockie Smith and where he was before. Kicking board is nice. Sincotta just wriggled clear. That was nicely done. He's one to watch for the Country boys. Rocker's got the overlap if they want, and he does now, but he runs into a big tackle holding the footy, and they might look to take advantage here, VAFA, and they do. Looping handball over the top now. Rip on to half forward. He's got Green in some space. He's a dangerous man to give some space to. Looks inboard.